President Sam Houston tried his best to reverse most of Maribel B. Lamar's policies and put Texas on better footing. Mostly, Houston was interested in saving money. Peace was cheaper than war, and stability encouraged farming, industry, and the economy. With Mexico preoccupied, Houston ordered the Texas Navy back to port. Instead, its leaders leased the ships to the Republic of Yucatan. After winning the Battle of Campeche in the spring of 1843, the various vessels began returning to port. An armistice between Mexico and Texas followed, restoring peace once more. Keeping an army was expensive. Houston instead expanded the number of ranger companies to serve in its place. Their role in the recent dust-ups with Mexico convinced him of their usefulness. Soon, these semi-independent companies of mounted scouts and fighters became the principal military presence on the Texas frontier. Houston used the respite from Mexican invasion wisely. Years before, a Texan militia under Edward H. Tarrant had driven a remnant population of Cherokees and allied Indians out of the Cross Timbers. Houston signed a treaty of permanent peace with the natives. The Comanches, who numbered several thousand, continued to raid into Mexico. Despite agreements to the contrary, some also plundered Texan ranches and homesteads. The Rangers, led by notable men like John Coffee Hayes and others, and armed with repeating weapons that gave them a technological edge, did what they could to defend the frontier. The Houston government concluded a similar treaty with the Wichitas and Comanches near Waco a few months later. The long conflict between Texas and the indigenous peoples of East Texas and the Blackland Prairies appeared to be over. Meanwhile, in East Texas, a simmering feud among settlers called the Regulator-Moderator War had been raging for several years. The faction split between vigilantes, the regulators, who claimed to protect ranchers from cattle thieves, and a group that distrusted their motives. The violence reached a peak in 1844, and Houston ordered Texas militia into the region between San Augustine and Shelbyville to break up the fight. Eventually, both groups disbanded, but dozens of people had been killed and wounded during the feud. While Houston continued to get Texas back in order, settlers continued to arrive. This included a sizable German population that settled in the Texas Hill Country, establishing the towns of New Braunfels and Fredericksburg. Hundreds of Alsatians arrived as well, settling to the west of San Antonio. Mostly people came to Texas from the southern part of the United States. These Southerners brought enslaved people with them, and soon cotton culture spread along the river valleys of the coastal prairies. The population of the Republic had grown by more than 7,000 people per year, and soon reached more than 100,000. There were also nearly 40,000 enslaved persons as well, working to produce an estimated 50,000 bales of cotton a year. Texas was booming. Yet, its public debt ballooned to $10 million. This would have to be addressed.